All right, fire away.
So, Scott, does the fact that Texas has lost 3 of the last 4 make it more vulnerable or more dangerous?
That's a great question. I think in this league, everybody could be 3-1 or 1-3, and that's why you have 8 in the top 25. And each and every night there's so many one possession games, and anything can happen in a one possession game. So Texas, we know, well coached, talented players, a team that made a deep run last year, and a very tough place to play with the new facility.
I know he's got his own game to focus on, but do you reach out to Coach Mills at all to kind of get a scouting report on Max Amos, considering how
Yeah, that's one thing. We all stay in touch, and I know Coach Mills loves Max to death, and was really proud of him with his couple game winners this year and what he's accomplished. He just passed Larry Bird, 17th all-time leading scorer, and I think he's the leading scorer in college basketball right now as far as in the history books. And but we've talked about Max. We recruited him, so I knew about him back then too.
mentioned one possession games? Obviously, y'all had another one the other night
Yeah.
in Manhattan. What when you go back and look at the film, what did you kind of take out of that of the way y'all finished things?
Well, I think obviously that games that you can win and you don't win are really hard. At the same time, as time goes past, then you start to take the emotion out of it and analyze it. And our goal is to do everything we can do so they're not a one possession game. And obviously shooting 47 or 44% from the free throw line doesn't help with that. Some of the threes we took weren't good shots and led to a low shooting percentage. And we got to get better at being more patient to find quality shots against quality defenses. You got to go deeper in the shot clock. And then, but at the end of the day, Ray J, I thought, really did a great job as a point guard. He got Josh a bucket at the end of the half. We got Jaden Nunn a wide open shot to win the game. And we got Langston a wide open shot to take the lead late in the game. Now, as we share with the team, I mean, best college shooters in the country are going to make 4 out of 10 of those. So that means you got 6 that are misses that you got to get offensive rebounds. I was really proud of our effort, 23 rebounds on the glass on the road against a team that was one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country. So we competed, but didn't get the win. And short-term memory in this league, on to the next game, take what you did well, improve what areas you got to get better at. Obviously, the best thing as a coach is if you have players that want to get better themselves or self-motivated, and we had a lot of them that spent time shooting extra free throws, and that's the best way you get better because it's a confidence thing and it's a rep thing.
Coach, along those lines, when you shoot 17% from the three-point line, 40-something% from the free throw line, and you take a team to overtime, do you leave more disappointed in the shooting numbers or optimistic that despite all that, you had chances to win a basketball game?
I thought I was positive. I like that. But no, I was proud of our effort and the execution we got to get better at. But again, our defense is getting better, and our rebounding was tremendous. Our ball security was really good. So you do those 3 things, you give yourself a chance to win if you're making shots or not.
And Scott, kind of on those lines, a lot of talk from Tuesday night's game about the offense, but talk about the strides your defense has made, even as the competition's got tougher.
Yeah, I think, I mean, it's like baseball. You go 1 for 3, you're in the Hall of Fame. I mean, shooting's the same thing. I mean, we got into the league shooting 47%, and I think we all realize that's not going to stand anywhere in the country nowadays with the defenses. But at the same time, defensively, we've been trending for the last couple weeks against better competition, getting better in certain areas, and that's staff's done a great job. Players done a great job buying into getting better defensively, and that'll give you a chance to win on nights you're not making shots, and on nights when the offense isn't. I still think we're top 6 in the country, but offensively. But you're not going to again make shots every night. Steph Curry's going to have a night where he makes 1 out of 13 or 0 for 14 threes, and that just happens.
Is it a fine line though when you want them to be confident to
Yeah,
take
yeah,
those
yeah.
shots, but to know when to take
Yeah, definitely a fine line. I think as a head coach, if we're getting the right shots for the right players, then we're doing our job, and we let the chips fall where they may. Again, that's part of playing better competition in conference where they're scouted. Tendencies are more scouted. You don't get as many good looks to get your confidence going. I mean, after you bank 3 in a row, the basket looks a lot bigger than 0 for 3. And you just, as a coach, I got to do a better job helping our guys get some easy ones, and then we got to do a better job as a team being patient to get the right ones. Because against good defenses, it's just not going to happen.
Coach, obviously you preach one game at a time regardless, but does it change anything when you have the rare week off after this game and you can kind of put all that preparation into Texas without having to worry about that quick turnaround on a Tuesday or Wednesday?
Well, I think what it does is you really want to put your best foot forward because you don't want a week of feeling like crap. So that's number one. And number two, it does allow that following week to heal, recover, and then work on some areas that you normally don't have a chance to work on. But again, this league, the great thing about the Big 12 is no matter how big a win or how tough a loss, the next day, who you're playing, I mean, it self-motivates everybody. I mean, the fact you're playing the players in our league and the facilities and arenas, I mean, I don't need to motivate them to get ready for the next game. And that's such a blessing because as a coach, the worst thing is going into a game where you're not motivated or you don't respect the opponent like they deserve to be respected.
You only have a certain amount of games against Texas left. Do you start to take everyone in a little bit more than maybe in the past?
Honestly, you treat them all like, because I mean, one thing I've learned in coaching in life, tomorrow's not promised, so enjoy the day that you got.
What are your memories of playing in Austin over the years?
Well, a lot different at the Drum versus the new facility, and I know it's been a great rivalry, and it's something that I'm sure us in Texas will find ways to play in the future because it's good for the state. But as far as being in the same conference, when we first got in, Coach Barnes really had it rolling, and they were so dominant and did a great job for the Big 12 in the brand. And then as we got more and more competitive, it really made for a great rivalry that I think really boasted the state. And both of our programs have had so many former GAs and players and assistant coaches and whatnot pour into different high school coaches, AU coaches, and I think our players being role models and great ambassadors to the sport have helped basketball grow in the state. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Eve, 4 games into the Big 12 schedule, what have you kind of learned about Big 12 basketball?
It's a physical league, and you just gotta bring it every night. Some night won't be your night, so if it's not, just try to do everything you can to help your teammates and your team. And every game is actually a good game, so if you play bad, you have the opportunity to play another game and then try to get the best out of you.
Hey, you mentioned every game is a new game. With the loss the other night to Kansas State, do you just have to sort of block that out of your mind, or do you try to take things out of that and learn from it?
You gotta take it and learn from it. I mean, it was a tough loss. We all learned from it, and at some point, you have to not forget it, but to move on to the next game and then try to focus on the goal, which is win the next game and then keep going.
Has there been a moment yet in Big 12 play where you felt it click a little bit, you get a little bit more comfortable with that physicality and what the league offers?
Yeah, I would say the more we play, the more game I play in the Big 12, I'm getting used to getting hit or whatever. It just, even in practice, we keep getting hit, and at some point, I don't even realize it. I just keep playing through it, and then that's it.
How much do you work on getting offense other ways than just, the lob, the alley-oop? I mean, because we've seen some plays where, maybe you drop step and make a move. I mean, how much are you working on that?
I'm working on it a lot. I mean, it's also a part of my game. And beside even the post touch or anything like that, just go grab the offensive rebound and trying to put it back in. Just do my best. Always try to track the ball. And if I'm open and I have the opportunity to get the ball, I already know I work on it every day. So it's something I will be able to do.
Eve, you mentioned the offensive rebounds. You've been excellent at that this year, both you and Josh. How much is that a point of emphasis from Coach Drew, and how much do you think that's helping you guys win games?
It's helping us a lot. I mean, just have the opportunity to have a second chance to score. Even if I don't score, I will kick the ball out, and then we can have another 20 seconds to go. And I think it helped the team a lot, giving more possession than the other team, which is something that is very important. I mean, in the Big 12, because everything is on the. I mean, everything can happen in the last minute, just like last game. So it's very important to try to track the ball every time in offense.
You going off of that, when you move from the high school level where maybe you're just bigger than everybody to the college level, have you had to adjust the way you approach offensive rebounding, or is rebounding no matter what level it's at?
Rebounding is rebounding almost everywhere, but just at Prolific Prep, I had guys the same size as me, so we were just banging on each other just to try to rebound and then just play through contact. That's probably what helped me to be able to play here a little bit. I mean, that's probably what helped me to the transition between high school to college. Just being able to get hit with each other with my teammates from Prolific and stuff like that. So.
Sometimes you can focus too much on areas where you need help, but free throws, do you focus on that? Do you because you can almost take too many free throws or whatever, but how do you address that?
Just trying to shoot a lot of free throws. After the game, I just came back and then shoot a lot of free throws. I don't even know how many. I also did it yesterday. I'm just gonna keep going until I fix it. It's a problem that I need to fix, and I know that's one of the things I need to improve to be able to help the rest of the team.
How much does John help, like you and Josh as younger players, just know what to expect in these physical games?
I play against them every practice, so I know how physical they are, and the DFA prepare me to be able to hit against other guy. And, just from John, he's someone who played in the Big 12 for a long time, just give me advice all the time to how to approach the game in different ways. So I definitely thank this guy for it.
Yes. All right.
Thanks,
Thank you.
4 games into the Big 12 schedule now. What have you kind of learned about this conference?
That'll never be easy. Every game is going to be a battle. Every game, we've had to lock in every possession. And like Coach is saying, it always comes down to maybe 1 or 2 possessions. And we played a lot of close games up to this point. So I definitely learned that this conference is not going to be easy, and every day is going to be a grind.
What did you take out of that Kansas State game that maybe y'all can improve on?
A lot. We just got to stay focused. Preparation coming into the game. The things that we practice always happens in the game, and some of those situations happen. And in practice, we weren't as locked in as we should have been, so we suffered. But I definitely learned that we just have to execute, still stay locked in. But we should have won that game. We know it, but we're just trying to learn from it and move past it.
Jacoby, how have you developed in terms of when the scoring's maybe not there for you on a night to affect the game in other ways?
Just try to be aggressive in other ways, so like rebounding or on defense. Just try to be in a stance, active hands, try to get some deflection steals. Because, recently I've been in like a little drought, but I think I've been doing good crashing the glass. I've had good rebounding games. And defensively, I feel like I've been getting better, just the more reps I get. So definitely just trying to be aggressive in other ways, such as like rebounding or just getting stops.
Is that a mindset you've had to get better at, especially being I'm assuming a pretty good scorer in high school, or is it something you've always had?
No, I've always had it. I think that's one of the reasons Baylor recruited me because I've always been able to do multiple things when I'm not scoring. But I am trying to get the mindset better, though. I'm still trying to do more than what I've been doing.
Y'all have had a few rough three-point shooting games in the Big 12, but do you still have confidence that this team, can make them when they are open? I mean,
Yeah. See, that's what people think, that we think, we're losing confidence over. But we know we're the best three-point shooting team in the country. We've showed that plenty of games where we were getting the ball movement and when we had better shot selection. So I think our shot selection plays a part in why we've been having negative and bad shooting performances.
Kobe, how do you guys keep that confidence when that struggle is kind of happening in those, overtime type games? Like, what's the key to that?
Really just staying together and just being positive, having positive talk, keeping everybody on the rope, making sure everybody's still locked in. Just got to remind them, we've done this before, we've been here before, we've had a lot of reps, we shoot the ball all the time. So just stuff like that, just keeping it in everybody's ear that we're still the best team, we still know what we do, and we just have to execute it.
Jacoby knew the defenses were going to be better once you got into Big 12 play. 4 for 21 from 3. Is that a credit to the defenses? Is that shot selection? Are you just a little bit off right now?
Me personally, I think, I've been being guarded hard, but I think I just missed a lot of open shots too. I've had plenty of open shots. I just haven't been able to knock them down, but I'm pretty confident that when one goes in, it's probably going to get bad for the other team. So I'm still locked in. I still know I can shoot the ball. So credit to their defense. It is harder, but I don't think it's really affecting me as much.
Kobe, being a Texas kid, is there that extra little bit of fire when you get to play Texas?
For sure, especially because I think Texas was in my final 3 schools for sure. And I got an old team. One of my high school teammates from McKinney is on that team too. So I just want to, perform in front of the whole Texas fan base, and him and just my coaches are coming down. So I think it is a pretty big game for me.
Jacoby, you mentioned the struggles that you guys have had shooting the ball the last couple games. What has Coach Drew and the coaching staff been telling you over the last couple days?
Get more reps, get back in the gym. As soon as we lost, he was just like, I know what I would do. I'd go to the gym tonight. And when we got back, 2 in the morning, some of the teammates at 2 in the morning went back to the gym, started shooting. In the morning, started shooting. So his message is really just get back in the gym and just get more reps up. Gym's 24 hours.